Namaste, konnichiwa, assalamu alaikum, ciao, good morning, good bonjour, and how are you today? This is Ken at 10, live from my mega yacht on the coast of Spain, or maybe with a green screen in the studio in Norbury. You guess. How are you today? I hope you're well. It's Friday, my favorite day of the week, as you'll know if you're a regular viewer. Love a Friday. Why do we love a Friday? I don't know. There's something about the anticipation of the weekend personally. Also, it's the day that we get everybody out viewing, and that's so critical in our industry. You know, we're looking at what buyers and sellers are out there, who we can encourage to go and see what's available, and trying to make sure our vendors get the very best possible price by getting the very most number of useful viewers. And that's not just about mudslinging, you know, it's not just about finding people and just slinging them through a door. Anybody can do that. It's about finding out what their needs, wants and desires are, and then matching those to what properties are available. And that's what we do. So if you're thinking of selling, not getting the right result right now, we need to talk. Give us a call, drop us a direct message. How are you? Welcome everybody. This is Ken at 10, broadcasting daily from our offices in Southwest London. Despite the lovely view, I thought I might pop into a mega yacht suite just for fun, really. It's rather nice, isn't it? View there over the coastline. Yeah, might nip there later for a margarita or two. House price news, that's what we do every day. And every weekday we broadcast live from our offices in Norbury, Southwest 16, which isn't quite as pretty as the view behind me, but is very lovely. And today the weather is a little overcast, a little bit grey. Hopefully it will brighten up for the weekend. But we're all bright and breezy, looking forward to a great day. Lots of fantastic instructions. We've got completely chocker weekend with viewings on the properties we have available, which is always a great start to the weekend. And we're still looking to see what else is available, who else is available, what we can sell, how we can sell it, and looking for new instructions as well, because having sold most of the available stock, we now need some new stuff. And we don't take on everything we see. Unlike some agents, we are selective. And, you know, if we're not a good fit for you and your property, we'll tell you. If we feel that the property is overpriced, I'm afraid we are honest. We're known for shooting from the hip and saying, look, cards on the table, this is what you're worth right now. Sometimes people find that unpalatable, and we understand and respect that. It's a tricky one. We always want to get you the best price, but by the same token, we don't want to start our relationship with anything but the truth. And some agents will tell you what you want to hear, gain your instructions, and then not be able to sell because the price is too high. And that's not what we're about. So let's look at the property news for this day, the Friday the 13th. Oh, Friday the 13th. Better be careful out there, folks, haven't we? Okay. Oh, by the way, we've just released our latest, just about to release our latest podcast. And that is going to be something I can point you in the direction of. So I'll just put a banner up there. If you're interested in the podcast, it's not yet released. This week's one's going to be released, should be tomorrow. And this week I've just made an offer and had it agreed on a property. What could possibly go wrong? So do have a look at my podcast, please. It's available now. There's lots of back episodes to listen, depending on what topic you'd like. Choose one. This week it's that. Next week we've got Hema Sharma from Solicitors Allen Buckley. She's always a great person to have on board. Fantastic insights into the legal side of the property market. Now, let's look at the news today. One from Rightmove today that's written into the Times, City AM and the Daily Mail. Flat prices struggle to catch up with detached residences. Well, this shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, but Rightmove data shows the average price of a flat has increased by only 1%, with the cost of detached homes up 10%. That's not a big surprise to me. Tim Bannister, he's the director of data at Rightmove, said that in the first few months of the housing market's reopening across Great Britain, last year flats were temporarily out of favour as people sought bigger homes with more space further out. However, he says there are signs that flats are starting to make a comeback, with the number of sales agreed up 14%. I mean, I would echo that. Of course, as the city locked down, people didn't need the smaller spaces that flats provide and the commuting efficiency of getting into the city. As a city starting to get back to some sort of sense of normality, so flats will become more popular. Buy-to-let is proving more popular as the demand for housing is through the roof. There's another article just coming onto that in a moment, all about rental bidding wars. Then we've got mortgages. This is not financial advice, of course, but we do have mortgage arrears at a record low. UK finance figures show that mortgage arrears remained at record lows in the second quarter of 2021, with 1,370 fewer mortgages in arrears at the end of June compared to the end of March. Overall, 76,250 homeowner mortgages were in arrears of 2.5% or more of the outstanding balance. The low rate of arrears is largely down to the FCA, that's the Financial Conduct Authority's mortgage payment holiday introduced in March 2020. This granted 2.9 million mortgage payment deferrals and came to an end last month. So it is encouraging, but it is very early days. We need to see what the stats say in the coming months as that support is withdrawn. And of course, as furlough is withdrawn as well. Now, cities with the best returns for landlords revealed. Best return, that's always subjective, because if you'd have asked that question a year ago, you've got a completely different answer from the one you'll get now because of the exodus out of towns. And because of that exodus, it won't surprise you, or shouldn't surprise you to know, that Scotland features heavily on the list. Glasgow tops the list with an estimated rental yield of 7.52%. The average rent in the Scottish city is £793, and the average house price is £126,600. That house price is the cheapest of all of the cities in the top 10. That yield is also considerably higher than the second place, Manchester, which has an estimated yield of 5.19%. Liverpool is in eighth at 4.62%. Commercial director of inventory base, a guy called Warwick Swift, commented, the majority of landlords in buy-to-let buy in the region they live themselves, but it's not always the case, and landlords who buy further afield may find better returns. Yeah, it's true, but also it's about what you know, how comfortable you are. You know, a lot of our landlords have worked with us for many years. You know, one went out yesterday and found a new property through another agent who, of course, and rightly prompted for his business. And he said, no, I'm with James Alexander. I consider them like a family to me, and we love that. And he's been with us for many years. If you're watching, you know who you are. So thank you very much for your support. It's never lost on us, and you know, we always do think of our clients as part of our extended family. So join us. Welcome to the family. GDP has climbed as well. This is a good sign. The BBC News and the Times reports this. The British economy grew by 4.8% in the second quarter. That's very encouraging. Despite the climate output, GDP remains 4.4% below pre-pandemic levels recorded in 2019 Q4. The ONS said the UK's GDP for growth the second quarter was faster than those recorded for the US, France, Germany, and Spain, with the UK seeing the fastest quarterly growth rate amongst all G7 nations. It's encouraging, isn't it? Very encouraging. And I think that's the story at the moment, isn't it? Everything seems to be doing quite well. And it really is a tale of two halves, though, because we've seen the poor get poorer and those in the gig economy are really struggling still. And that's not lost on me at all. But I do think also there's been a lot of people that have been able to batten down the hatches through the pandemic, save money. And now we're starting to see that release as people have places to go, things to do, you know, and things have changed, haven't they? And it's lovely to see. Personally, tonight, I'm going out with a friend I haven't seen for a long, long time. Looking forward to that. We'll chew the cud over everything from politics to what's going on in the latest episode of Below Decks, who knows. But it's just great to be out and about again, going to a restaurant, meeting friends, you know, and being back with the kind of a start of normality. Let's hope it continues and we continue to get the pandemic under control. But in terms of today, it's one of those days where completions and exchanges happen on a Friday as well. So we tend to have today, we've got a few completions going on. A lot of properties we're anticipating exchanging, some pressure on ones that haven't yet exchanged that we're really feeling the pressure on, and we're trying to grapple with and hold together. And patience is a virtue, and it's the key to some of these transactions. And obviously everyone's patience only wears so thin before they like to decide to make another move and perhaps remarket. And we always want to do our best by our vendors, but also want to give our buyers the best possible chance of purchasing where they're showing good intent to do so and providing information to justify why they haven't got there so far. And if you're interested in why sales fall through, of course, the podcast will be out tomorrow, and have a listen to it. I hope it's helpful to you. So that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. We'll be back on Monday with another Ken at 10. Until then, enjoy your weekend. Look after your family and friends.